What if I told you that the biggest names selling rosaries online, on Amazon, on eBay, on Facebook, are moving mass-produced knockoffs with misspelled metals, flimsy wire, and synthetic beads disguised as natural stone? And the people who actually make rosaries by hand, the artisans, the religious orders, the craftsmen who've been wiring beads for decades, they've been trying to warn you, but their voices get buried under a flood of glossy product photos that were stolen from their own websites to sell you a cheap Chinese copy that won't survive a single novena. Here's what most people miss. The difference between a rosary that lasts generations and one that snaps in your pocket after 3 weeks has nothing to do with how pretty it looks in the listing photo. It comes down to 12 specific tells, 12 construction secrets that makers and collectors have known for centuries, and most buyers have never been taught a single one. And some of these are going to surprise you. Like number 3, a test so simple you can do it with 2 fingers that instantly exposes whether your rosary was built to pray or built to sell. And number 1, the detail that seems purely decorative until you realize it's the oldest structural signature in the entire rosary tradition, going all the way back to the 15th century, and almost every knockoff gets it wrong. Hit that subscribe button because every week we post videos that cut through the noise and hand you the real knowledge that the people who actually know have been keeping. Here are 12 secrets that separate real rosaries from junk, ranked from overlooked to absolutely unmistakable. Number 12, price is a warning signal. A genuine rosary can cost anywhere from a few dollars for a simple cord model all the way up to thousands for handcrafted precious metal and stone. That range is legitimate. What is not legitimate is a listing claiming Connemara marble beads, sterling silver wire, and Italian craftsmanship for $9.99 with free shipping. Authentic Connemara marble rosaries command higher prices because the material is real quarried stone and the craftsmanship takes time. When the price drops below what the raw materials alone would cost, you are not getting a deal. You are getting a decoy. Every experienced rosary maker knows this. The vendors using stolen product photos to sell inferior copies rely on one thing: your assumption that a low price means you found a bargain. Here's how to actually use this. Before you buy, look up what the raw bead material costs on its own. If the finished rosary costs less than the loose beads, walk away. Price gets overlooked because everyone loves a deal, and the knockoff sellers know it. That impulse is probably sitting in your cart right now. Number 11, misspellings on medals and crucifixes. This one takes 5 seconds and catches fakes that fool people for years. Overseas mass-produced copies routinely carry misspelled inscriptions on the devotional medals and crucifixes, Latin phrases rendered with missing letters, saints' names botched, words that look close enough in a thumbnail but fall apart under a magnifying glass. The craftsmen who poured decades into this work confirm it. No legitimate maker ships a medal with a typo. It does not happen. The molds are hand-checked, the inscriptions are verified against canonical sources. A misspelling means the manufacturer either does not read the language on the medal or does not care. Either way, it tells you everything about the rest of the construction. Here's how to actually use this. Pull out any rosary you own right now, read every word on the crucifix and the center medal. Compare them letter by letter against a known reference. If something is off, you are holding a knockoff. This gets overlooked because most people never actually read the tiny text, and that is exactly what the counterfeiters are counting on. That rosary probably hanging on your bedpost right now deserves a closer look. Number 10, bead consistency and finishing. Every bead on a quality rosary should match its partners: size, shape, color, finish. Uniformity across all 53 Hail Mary beads and all 6 Our Father beads shows that real care went into production. Run the beads between your fingers. They should feel smooth and polished, not rough, not grainy, not uneven, air bubbles in glass beads, rough patches on wood, chips on stone. These are not character. These are corners being cut. A quality maker like Gorelli, handcrafting in Italy, puts every rosary through multiple quality checks because they understand these items should last forever. The testing backs this up. A bead with surface imperfections creates friction on the wire or cord, accelerating wear at the drill hole, which is exactly where breakage starts. Here's how to actually use this. Close your eyes and roll each bead slowly between your thumb and forefinger. Your fingertips will catch what your eyes miss. This gets overlooked because people shop with their eyes first. A photo can hide a rough bead. Your fingers cannot be fooled. You have probably been praying on beads you have never actually felt with intention. Number 9. Plated versus solid versus filled metals. Most rosary listings say silver or gold and leave it at that. That single word is hiding 3 completely different products. Plated wire has a base metal core, usually copper, coated in a thin layer of precious metal through electroplating. It is the cheapest option, and that thin coating flakes off with use. Sterling silver filled wire has an extra thick layer of 0.925 sterling bonded to a brass core. It will not flake. It holds up through years of daily prayer and costs a fraction of solid sterling. Then there is solid sterling silver, 92.5% silver, 7.5% copper. It does not rust, does not lose its color, and carries the highest price point. Every artisan who works with wire daily knows the difference in hand feel alone. Here's how to actually use this. If the listing says silver tone or silver color, that is plated at best, paint at worst. Look for sterling silver, sterling filled, or solid. Demand the actual specification. This gets overlooked because silver sounds like silver. The knockoff sellers depend on that confusion sitting right there in the product title you are reading. Number 8. Rose petal rosary authentication. Traditional rose petal beads are formed from dried petals that are finely processed, mixed with a binding agent, shaped, cured, and finished by hand. Because petals are natural material, authentic beads show subtle variation, slight differences in tone and texture from bead to bead. They feel warm to the touch, less slick than cheap plastic. The edges are cleaner, the drill holes more precise. Now, here's the part that trips everyone up. Many people expect rose petal beads to smell strongly forever. In reality, the natural scent softens over time. A fading fragrance does not mean your rosary is fake. What does mean fake is overly uniform appearance, identical patterning that looks printed or repeated across every bead. Some counterfeits are scented artificially to sell the illusion. Every maker who works with real petals confirms this. Here's how to actually use this. Let construction quality and honest provenance do the heavy lifting, not your nose. Look for hand-finished details and natural variation. This gets overlooked because people buy rose petal rosaries for the romance of the scent, and the fakes exploit that expectation. You have probably dismissed a genuine rosary because the fragrance faded. Number 7. Wire quality and gauge. The wire inside a rosary is its spine. Most quality rosaries use 21 gauge wire. Smaller rosaries drop to 22 gauge. Larger ones step up to 20 gauge. That number matters. When each bead is skillfully linked with thick, strong wire, the resulting chain-linked rosary holds together for generations. Bronze is the strongest of the common wire options, but all quality metals perform when the gauge is right. Rugged Rosaries, working out of Texas, takes a different approach entirely. Military-grade paracord rated at 550 pounds of tensile strength with solid metal pull chains and engineered connectors. Their original combat paracord rosary was born after meeting a Marine on duty whose mission rosary was made from thin string molded to plastic beads. That was not strong enough. Every builder who stress tests their work knows this. Here is how to actually use this. Ask the seller what gauge wire they use. If they cannot answer, they did not make it. If the answer is anything thinner than 22 gauge, the rosary is built to look good in a photo, not to survive your prayer life. This gets overlooked because wire hides inside the bead. You are probably carrying a rosary right now without knowing whether the skeleton can hold. Number 6. The connection points test. If you're starting to see the pattern, if you're realizing that the difference between a real rosary and junk lives in the details you were never taught to check, do me a favor, hit that like button. It helps this reach people who are serious about their faith and refuse to settle for counterfeits. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you belong here. Connection points are where rosaries die. The beads should slide smoothly along the cord without wobbling. The connections between decades should be tight and secure. No loose beads, no weak spots. Connectors, eye pins, chain links, or knots should appear intentional and strong, not delicate in a way that suggests fragility. A rosary can look absolutely refined in a close-up photograph and still be structurally weak at every junction. Handcrafted rosaries secure beads more reliably than those with machine-made loops or knots because artisans provide personal attention to every link. Every maker who builds rosaries to last confirms this. Here's how to actually use this. Hold the rosary at the centerpiece metal with one hand. With the other, gently tug each decade junction. Any give, any wobble, any bead that shifts laterally, that is your failure point. This gets overlooked because connection points are tiny and product photos never show them in detail. That rosary in your nightstand drawer is probably weakest at exactly the spot you have never checked. Number 5. Handmade versus mass-produced construction. Handcrafted rosaries are not more expensive because someone is charging you for sentimentality. They are more expensive because the construction is fundamentally different. Artisans select higher quality materials and provide personal attention to every detail. They ensure structural integrity at every link, every bead seat, every wire loop. The result is a more durable, meaningful set of prayer beads built to last for generations. The Sisters of Carmel combine high-quality materials, skillful labor, and loving prayer into every piece. Our Lady's Rosary Makers has 17,000 members who make and distribute roughly 7 million cord and chain rosaries annually for missions around the world. That is volume with intention. Every person who has compared a handmade rosary side by side with a mass-produced one knows the difference instantly. Here's how to actually use this. Ask who made the rosary. If the answer is a person or a named community, you are in good hands. If the answer is a warehouse, you are buying a product, not a sacramental. This gets overlooked because mass-produced rosaries photograph identically to handmade ones. The difference is not visible until you hold both. You are probably praying on one or the other right now without knowing which. Number 4. Natural material authentication, olive wood. Authentic olive wood rosary beads carry visible natural grain, not a printed pattern, with slight color variation between beads. When new, genuine olive wood has a faint sweet smell. The weight sits heavier than plastic, but lighter than stone. That combination of properties is nearly impossible to replicate in resin or compressed wood dust. If a rosary has 59 perfectly identical beads with no grain variation at all, it is not real olive wood. It is resin, compressed dust. Not the same thing. Every woodworker and beadmaker who handles the real material confirms this. Here's how to actually use this. Hold 2 beads side by side and look for natural differences. Real wood varies. Real wood has a living fingerprint. If every bead looks like a photocopy of the one beside it, you are holding a synthetic disguised as nature. This gets overlooked because most buyers have never held genuine olive wood, so they have no baseline. And the knockoff sellers depend entirely on that gap in your experience. If you bought an olive wood rosary from the Holy Land online, that test is probably waiting for you at home right now. Number 3. Stone authentication, the Connemara marble test. Authentic Connemara marble has a unique green coloration with natural variations in hue. Those variations reflect the geological properties of the stone. Counterfeits appear unnaturally uniform, perfectly identical shades of green across every bead. But color is only the beginning. Real Connemara marble has a distinctive heft, heavier than most imitation materials like plastic or glass composites. Pick up the rosary. If it feels light, put it down. And here is the test that separates the knowledgeable from everyone else. Tap one bead gently against another bead or a hard surface. Natural Connemara marble produces a unique clinking sound, distinct from the hollow tone of fakes. Every dealer and collector who handles authentic Irish stone knows that sound. Here's how to actually use this. 3 checks in order. Variation in green hue. Weight heavier than expected. A solid clink, not a hollow tap. Pass all 3, and you are holding the real thing. This gets overlooked because most people buy Connemara marble for the color alone and never think to listen to it. That stone rosary on your shelf is probably one tap away from telling you the truth. Number 2, the crucifix quality test. A quality crucifix has clear facial features, well-defined hands and feet, smooth metalwork with no rough edges, and a sturdy connection to the cord or chain. This is the component most likely to reveal overall construction quality. And ironically, it is the component most buyers gloss over while obsessing about bead material. The crucifix should be proportionate to the rest of the rosary. It should not look flimsy or poorly cast. The corpus, the figure of Christ, should have discernible detail. Blurry features, uneven surfaces, and rough casting marks all indicate a mass-produced mold that was never hand-finished. Look at where the crucifix connects to the first bead strand. That junction bears the most physical stress during prayer. If it flexes or feels thin, the rosary has a built-in expiration date. Every craftsman who builds rosaries for daily use confirms this. Here's how to actually use this. Hold the crucifix between your thumb and forefinger. Turn it slowly. Feel for rough edges, look for blurred detail, test the attachment point. 30 seconds tells you more than any product listing ever will. This gets overlooked because the crucifix is the most visible part, and people assume visible means verified. That rosary you reach for every morning is asking you to look closer. Number 1. The Our Father bead differentiation. This is the secret that goes all the way back to the 15th century, when the Dominican confraternities established the standard 5-decade rosary with its specific bead configuration. The 6 Our Father beads are not decoration, they are structural markers that divide the rosary into its 5 decades of 10 Hail Mary beads each, plus the opening strand. The Our Father bead should not feel like part of the Hail Mary bead groups. A different shape, size, or color helps them stand apart. And that separation is not an aesthetic choice. It is a functional requirement for prayer. When you pray the rosary, your fingers need to know without looking that you have reached the boundary between one decade and the next. A rosary with 59 beads that all feel the same defeats the entire purpose of the structure that Pope Pius V established in 1571 after the Battle of Lepanto. Every serious maker builds this distinction into the design. Here's how to actually use this. Close your eyes and run your fingers along the rosary. Can you feel exactly where each decade ends and the next begins? If every bead blurs together under your fingertips, that rosary was not built for prayer. It was built for a shelf. This gets overlooked because people think the Our Father beads are just prettier versions of the Hail Mary beads, when in truth they are the navigation system of the entire rosary. And that distinction has been guiding hands in the dark for over 500 years. If you made it all the way to the end, you've just learned something most people never will. The difference between a real rosary and junk has nothing to do with the listing photo and everything to do with 12 specific tells that makers, artisans, and the faithful have known for centuries. Smash that like button if this changed how you think about the rosary in your hands. Drop a comment and tell me which one surprised you most. Team Connemara marble sound test? Team Our Father bead differentiation? Team Rose petal authentication? I read every comment. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you never miss a video. I'd love to have you on this journey with us. Remember, the best rosary isn't the one with the glossiest listing photo or the lowest price tag. It's the one made by hands that prayed over every bead, waiting for you to pick it up and feel the difference.